Everybody. It's Fabulous Friday. I actually made a video earlier when I was leaving home, but I didn't like it. So, and I do that quite often. You guys don't realize that I'll make a video and be like, nah, we ain't gonna post that. But I am leaving the condo and I am on my way home. But this is another part of the city that you never see because I'm in the country. I'm going to try, my son was telling me how to edit my videos. So I'm going to try to download, well, what he said to do was he sends it to himself on email. And then I'm going to put it on my desktop and see if I can edit it that way. Because I've never tried. What I want to do is, like, I took video of me just driving with no sound. I'm going to see if I can put music over it. Or like this one, speed it up. But I don't know, since I'm talking, that would make me sound like... But yeah. It's almost 5 o'clock, cocktail hour. And went to the dentist. Hopefully the mold this time will be one that they can use. The impression will be one they can use. I didn't have my doctor. I got some, I don't know if she's a dentist or not, female, but she was a little rough with my lips there. And she kept saying, well, I'm trying to make sure your lips go over the mold or something. But I do have to say, she was much better at making the molding stuff that they use, because his was wet and sloppy, and I had that gray stuff all over my clothes. I had actually wore a black shirt. So this time I brought a towel. They just laughed at me. I was like, yep, because nobody told me how messy it was, but she did really good. I hardly had any that was all, because when he did it, it was all in my mouth, all on my teeth and everything. But with her, hers was almost flawless, other than he was a lot more gentler when he was putting the mold in and out of my mouth than she was. So I guess everybody has their way of doing things. So yeah, I did check out Vanessa 2 little clothing hauls. The clothes one, there wasn't, I mean, most of the time when people say they're doing a clothing haul, it's clothes that they themselves that they have gotten. They're sponsored clothes, you know, from the company. But she made it seem like hers were sponsored, and they are not. She bought the clothes. They were okay. Some of the material I didn't like, and they're a little bit more expensive than some of the other places for them to use the same type of cheap material for some of the clothes. But yeah, she's gonna have to practice on her clothing hauls. She's not that good at it. I don't know if it's her voiceover or the fact that she really doesn't model stuff good. I don't know if that's the case. But like the tennis shoes, she tried really hard. I mean, I might look at their site just because I'm going to see what kind they have. I've never heard of Fitsville, but it wasn't because of her her modeling them. No, and then to be honest, that yellow suit that she had on covered the shoes more. So, and you know, I hated the wig. I don't know how she's a cosmetologist, because I would be afraid of what kind of hairstyle she put on somebody's head. And it's just like she just refused to buy a good wig. Ma'am, just buy a good wig. You bought $500 of Kim K underwear, you can surely buy a good human hair $100-some wig instead of begging people to buy you one off of Amazon. She claims that she got the clothes because she got to look good when she go to Vegas. I'm telling y'all, if them 2 ladies don't want to go, I bet she ain't going, because she is happier than a pig in slop on that homestead with them. In the garden, making chicken coops and all that stuff. So we will see. I actually wanted to say that I don't know why she didn't tell the truth, but the lady does live in a manufactured home. They're not called trailers anymore. They've come a long way from what a trailer was back in 1970 something. There's a lady that I watch, the Mobile Home Diva. You should really look. She goes to a lot of the lots in South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And you all would be surprised at how they look and what's on the inside of them. Earlier, some of my videos, I went and checked some out. I'm going to do some since I'm off Monday too. Go look at some in a couple of other lots. But my thing is, I'm 61. I'm not going to go through the headache of building a home, and I don't know how long I'm going to be in it, and my son doesn't want to live in the country, and so he'll be trying to manage it and rent it out and all that. So, and he would have to rent it out for, you know, pretty high to cover it. So my thing is, I'm going to get me a manufactured home, and ain't no shame in my game. I'm going to plop it down on my 2 acres, do some nice landscaping, and I can still travel and do the things I want to do and not be saddled with some big old mortgage that I don't need. So, you know, I think her home is nice. You can do a lot with it. It seemed like that's pretty much what they did. They got some land and put them, you know, manufactured home on it, then they can do whatever they want with their land. Now, I'm probably not going to have no chickens. My sister wants me to do a garden. I'm not sure because I don't like bugs. She's all holistic. I was like, I don't know. I might try my hand at it, you know. Isn't that what old folks do? So, we will see. But yeah, you know, I know there are some places where they're unfamiliar with manufactured homes because they don't really have them, like up north. But down here in the South, people have them everywhere. You can get, you know, concrete foundation, brick it in, and once you do all that, it's considered a fixed structure. So it's the same as a house. So yeah, so don't poo-poo on folks who got a manufactured home. You have to check them out before you start talking about them. But yeah, she said that there wasn't any, and maybe in her mind she doesn't know the difference, or you know, maybe in her mind when people said the word trailer is not what she envisioned what the lady has, and that's understandable. So yeah, I don't know if she said it because she didn't want nobody to know where the lady lived or for her own privacy. I don't know, or you know, just being Vanessa and not telling the truth. That could be it too. So, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about because that's one of our nicer tall buildings. We don't really have a lot of skyscrapers. This is downtown Columbia. We don't have skyscrapers here. Like when I go to other cities, big cities like Atlanta, Charlotte and stuff, it's always amazing to me, especially up north, how tall the buildings are. We don't really build up. I guess we build more out. So yeah. But I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I don't know why everybody is off today, but it's like traffic galore every place I go, and they just tire me out. I'll be ready to go back to the country because it's so peaceful down there. And I'm just like, all these people, all this traffic, and I notice a lot of people here are back putting on their masks. Are they doing that where you live at? Or a lot of people back to putting on the mask? Because a friend of mine that works in home health was saying that there are a lot of cases out there. They're just not talking about it. So be careful out here. That's why I go to limited places, because even at my dental office, everybody had on masks. So I was like, shoot, do I need to go back to the car and get my mask? Because I still have a buttload of them left. Over there is our big downtown park, Finley Park. So they are revitalizing it. It was a nice park, except for, unfortunately, our homeless population pretty much took it over. So you could go down there during the day, but you surely wasn't messing around going down there once the sun went down. And because they used to have bands and entertainment in the park all summer long, but I noticed they didn't do that this year. I don't know if they were still on the renovations. And I know last time I went, I was sitting on, they have some swings at the top, and you can swing out and overlook the park. And this guy told me I was on his bed and I need to get up. That's it over there. So, apparently, you can't see it, that's our main post office downtown. But, yeah, so we will see. I have to come down and see it once they get it finished. I know this tape is all here, there, and everywhere. But, yeah. So I'm going to get off here. I just placed the order for Instacart, so I'm going to try to make it to the house before they get there, and my groceries be sitting outside. And if there's anything exciting when I get back to the house on YouTube, I will go ahead and check it out and do a critique of it, a reaction video, as they call them. There was something I wanted to pose a question about. Oh, I was wondering, have you all noticed that I was listening when I opened up my YouTube? I was I don't know why I can't talk today. Meg Thee Stallion new song Cobra came up. I actually like the song. She's pretty much talking about all the stuff she went through with the Tory Lanez stuff and going to trial and being shot and all that. But what I noticed is that so many people, so many of these stars in Hollywood and musicians and artists are just having such a hard time with their mental health, and how they can have everything that they dreamed of. Now they got the status, they got the affiliation, they got the money, they got the recognition, but here you are at home contemplating killing yourself. And so I thought that was interesting. And what were you all's thoughts on the fact of people who most people would think have everything, their dreams come true, and yet at the end of the day, you're sleeping nice and tight in your bed, and they're sitting up thinking about not being here anymore. I found that quite interesting. I was like, something is going on with the people in Hollywood and the music scene and all those places of people that we hold up in high esteem for their athletic abilities or their, talent abilities, acting, singing, dancing, all that. Yeah, it's just been quite a few here lately. Well, leave me your thoughts in the chat and I'll check it out and respond. All right, guys, let me pay attention to this driving. Talk to you later. Bye.